Hello everyone, I'm Ana Maria. I'm a Romanian YouTuber and I'm from times to times I do also videos in English. I'm a little bit nervous because my English is not that good, which I said also in my previous English videos. But a lot of you encourage me also by private messages on Instagram that I should not stop doing videos in English just because my English is not so academic. And in fact, I think English is becoming more and more like a communication tool. I mean, we use English for a lot of things. Starting from how to use our phone, how to download an application, and all that, let's say, IT stuffs. And even if we want to, to buy a new refrigerator at home, we still need a little bit of English in order to read all the specification and all we have to do for such a device in our home. So I think English is becoming more and more a tool of communication throughout the world. So I should not be so discouraged to do videos in English. And today we are talking about fragrance trends for 2023. In fact, I will not give some, let's say, scientific trends or I don't know, very important analysis of the fragrance market, because it's not my case. I am passionate about fragrance since I was very, very young. This is my YouTube channel. It is called Beauty Barometer. You can find it on YouTube like this. The majority of my videos are in Romanian. I have up to now 4 videos in English and I hope I'll continue. And I have also a YouTube channel in French, because guess what? I speak very well French. Anyhow, I speak much better French than I speak English. So for me it was and it still is a pleasure to do from time to time videos in French. So coming back to the topic of today, I gathered many opinion and opinion about the fragrance world from a lot of people that I know. Perfumers, business owners, brand owners, more from Romania. I have also some people coming from other countries who were nice enough to give me some feedback. But anyhow, I just want to remind you that on my channel you can find an interview with Olivier Cresp. You can find also an interview with Patricia de Nicolai. I mean, you can find also an interview with the owner of Atelier des Ors, with Paolo Terenzi. You can find also an interview. So I think you can find also some very, let's say, unique content, perfume content, fragrance content on my channel, and I kindly invite you to see also this video. But coming back to the topic of today, as I told you, I gathered some opinions, and that's why I keep my phone next to me, because I want to remind in this video, I mean, I want to mention all these person who are so generous to give me their opinion, not to forget something. That's why also in the description down below you will find the name of these persons, and also, I don't know, the link to their website or their Instagram account or whatever they have online. And I will start with the opinion from Viorica Opriș, which is a Romanian perfumer. I know that Romanian perfumery is practically not considered in the world of perfumery today, and not even some years ago. But Viorica Opriș is one of our, I can say, the first perfumers in Romania. She was working for a big Romanian company who was also active during the communist period in Romania, and she was doing fragrances for soaps, shampoos, but also for some perfumes for Farmacii brand. I think you know better Gerovital. It's well known around the skincare passionate, and she developed a lot of scents a lot of scents for a lot of products. And after our revolution in 1989, she decided to start her own business, and she started to create her own perfumes, who became very successful, especially through the students from Romania. And gradually these students become mature people, and today we all know the Glowrious fragrances. She told me like this, that in her opinion 2023 will not be a surprising year in terms of notes or fragrances, because the big houses are not coming anymore with, let's say, unique fragrances. And meanwhile she thinks that for the Romanian market, people will continue to love and to appreciate the same perfumes. I have also a very, let's say, not direct opinion from Patricia de Nicolai. In fact, I talked with Damien, which is her PR, and he told me that Patricia, in fact, I knew this from the interview that I had with her, she's not so much connected with the trends. She's not that much connected with all these mass pleaser fragrances and so on. And she said that practically she is creating what she wants to create, what she feels like, and she is not following the trend, which I appreciate a lot. That's why Patricia de Nicolai is a master perfumer. That's the difference. Flavius Collage. I am 50% sure that a lot of people outside Romania are knowing already Collage exclusive collection, and his perfume, especially the ones in collaboration with Miguel Matos, which is another very big perfumer. And Flavius started some years ago, before the pandemic period. He started an online shop with very, let's say, niche, really niche fragrance. I mean, nothing, let's say, those kind of niche who are in fact luxury fragrances, which are not exactly what we call as niche fragrance. And Flavius was very, very courageous. He brings also fragrance from Colombia, from all kinds of countries, and at a certain moment he started to create or to breathe fragrances and produce together with some certified producer for fragrances. And today he has his own brand, which is called Collage Edition. What he told me, he said like this, that unfortunately the niche fragrance market will go, unfortunately, to that mass pleaser fragrances. I mean, okay, even if we are a niche brand, we'll do perfumes who will be liked by a lot of people because we need to sell. And another trend that he's seeing is, in fact, that a lot of small brand, indie brands start to pop up and to appear. Some of them are staying a period and then they decided to close because the market is not so encouraging. From his perspective, Romanian are somehow money oriented, and I think not only Romanian, I think that on the global landscape we can see the same attitude. And in fact, people who love very, very much perfume are tempted to try those indie perfumes, those strange fragrances and so on. You really should go and check Flavius' website, because he has some really out of the box fragrance, and there are also a lot of fragrance reviewers worldwide who did videos and reviews about his perfume, because they are really something else completely different. I personally advise you to try Love Toxin or Carmen, which is really a very classical musky perfume, which I really appreciate. Alexandru Marian, which is a guy that I appreciate a lot. He's a very warm soul, and he created some years ago the brand Grande, and he had up to now he has only one fragrance, but a very elaborated one, and for this year he's preparing a new launch. And what can I tell you, because I smell in avant-premiere, this perfume is really addictive. I mean, you smell it and you continue to sniff and to say, what the hell is this? It's so pleasant. I like it, because I remember when I smelled the perfume, it was with the occasion of a Christmas event, and he asked me, look, if you can try those 3 versions of the perfume that I want to launch next year. And okay, he sprayed a little bit on my arm, and I was leaving that place. I was arriving home and I was still sniffing, and I was writing to him, look, this perfume is really amazing, please give me a small decant of this, because I really like it. And Alexandru told me that he's also seeing a lot of let's say, of different groups of consumers. I mean, there are people who are very much attached to the quality, but unfortunately, because of the financial situation, of the economical situation today, a lot of persons are more oriented to the cheap version. They are looking for dupes instead of the brand, which is not completely wrong, but it's somehow diminishing, you know, the evolution of the perfumery. We will see in which way this dupe, also these Arabian perfumes who are becoming more and more present in the perfumery shops, are invading our, let's say, space. And he also was mentioning something that niche fragrance will continue to appear, because there are a lot of passionate people who will want to launch this kind of perfumes. Irina Tudorache, which is an e-commerce consultant, which is I mean, Irina, it's really like a professional who was working and she is still working in this beauty world, and she's knowing also facts and figures. I mean, she really has the entire pictures in front of her. And she observed that in the latest year, people are appreciating the celebrity fragrance, and this can become a trend in the next year. Raluca Vasile, which is a Romanian perfumer, one of the, I think she is the only one natural perfumer certified. You'll find information about her on Fragrantica. And she told us like this, she told me like this, in fact, she underlined a very important fact who is affecting the fragrance world is the raw materials. I mean, a lot of raw materials are not so much accessible and so affordable for big houses, and so they are obliged probably to change a little bit the formulas. Of course, there is also a legal let's say, there is also a legal basis for this. And she was also talking about the fact that people should be somehow educated about how perfume should be chosen. And another person which is passionate about perfume, Radu Florin, which is a Romanian perfume collector. He likes very much vintage fragrance, and you will find on his Instagram account a lot of amazing pictures. And he told me that he is also a little bit shocked about all this fake market who is interfering with the original fragrances and can affect this fragrance market. And he is also a little bit, he has enough of seeing of this Arabian perfume, which I admit I also don't like them all. Some of them are really, but he is appreciating the dupe. He said that these dupe perfumes who are appearing, and of course the dupes who are respecting all the regulation and so on, he said that they are a very good variant for people who cannot afford fragrance but who wants to smell differently. I'd like to make a special, let's say, call out, if I can say like this, for Pedro Nuna. who has a very nice, very nice Instagram account. He's a Portuguese fragrance lover, which I appreciate a lot. And Pedro, I say you hi. Now I was thinking if I'm able to say something in Portuguese. I started a little bit to learn Portuguese, but it's quite difficult, I can say. Surprisingly, because it's a Latin language, but I'm so much French oriented, and this, especially the sonority of the Portuguese is quite impressive. And Pedro, who has a very nice Instagram feed. I kindly invite you, all of you, to see his posts, his reels about his collection and his choices in terms of perfumes. And he said that he would like to see more courage from the big brands. I mean, big brands don't take any more risk. They do very let's say linear perfumes. I mean, they don't dare too much, and he would like, in fact I would like too, to see brands as Chanel launching perfumes with leather notes, or Oris, I mean, which are really very, let's say, very interesting perfumery notes, and who can develop very nice fragrances. I mean, we're still, I can say, this is my opinion, we are somehow stuck in this floral and gourmand notes everywhere. We have nice florals, tuberose, and roses. Roses are everywhere, and gourmand. I think we have enough of patchouli, especially. Okay, and Pedro is saying that he's appreciating a lot the elixir concentration. I know what he's saying. Obrigado, Pedro. Okay. And in my video in Romanian, I was mentioning Christophe Lodamiel, which I appreciate a lot because he has the courage to speak up and to underline some things who are happening in the perfumery world. The fact that also perfumers are working a lot and they are not ethically treated. I mean, they work for many variants, and in fact they are not paid for all these working hours, which are somehow exhausting, and they have to be paid. All these big brands are requesting to the perfumers teams, I want this change bond, I want a little bit like this, but without thinking that all these efforts are somehow exhausting and consuming the time of the perfumers. Instead of them to do new creation, they stay to play all this variation for the people who are just like to ask things without paying for it, which is not exactly okay. And I like very much that Christophe Lodamiel mentioned some things that a lot of big brands are claiming that they are using natural notes in their perfumes, and in fact it's not like this. And this is not exactly a bad thing. Now this is my opinion. I think synthetic notes, ingredients in fact synthetic ingredients which are coming to replace the natural and to make you feel like rose, like jasmine or whatever. I mean, all those things who are done in the laboratory are not that bad, but big brands should be open about this and say, no, we don't have any extract of roses or whatever. This is strictly the work in the laboratory of our chemists and perfumers together, and it's nothing natural inside. I mean, we should be aware of this. It's a way to be honest toward your consumer. It's not a problem. I know a lot of perfumes who are mostly done with synthetic ingredients, which I like very much, and I wouldn't be, let's say, discouraged to use that perfume just because, no, there is no more I don't know absolute of I don't know what floral ingredient, but there is I don't know which molecule which is replacing this. No, if the perfume smells okay, if I feel okay in terms of health, I mean, if I don't have any allergic reaction, it's okay. And in fact, this is a fact, this is a detail that I discussed with many people from the fragrance industry. Synthetic is not toxic every time. I mean, when I was in Paris to take the interview to Patricia de Nicolai, she was telling me that in fact I would be surprised. In fact, the natural notes and the natural oils and the extract and so on can have allergic status, let's say, can I mean, you can feel bad smelling, let's say, a perfume with essential oils of lavandum or I don't know what. And in fact, those synthetic molecules obtained in laboratory can be safer for the health. So we shouldn't let's say we should not appreciate these synthetic ingredients in the perfumery, but just to understand that we can feel certain differences, but really you have to be a very educated nose in terms of feeling this. Yeah. What I would like also to add in terms of trends, what I was mentioning also in my Romanian video. In fact, this video is coming, let's say, like the variant in English, but I'm not, let's say, translating my Romanian video. I'm doing now my video just from, let's say, from the scratch. I'm saying in fact all the considerations that you can find also in my Romanian video, but I might have also here some additional informations. I saw a good trend for this replaceable for this I mean, you can buy a filler for your perfume. I mean, you finish your perfume and you can buy a refill. I mean, this is also somehow good for the let's say also for the production costs, and but also for the environment. In fact, I'm only thinking to L'Art et la Matière collection from Guerlain. You can go directly in the Guerlain boutique and refill your bottle if you want for less money, and not buying another bottle, which I think it's a very good thing. Another trend which I also noticed is these flankers. I mean, this flankers vibe, it's everywhere. I mean, all the big brands are issuing flanker of the flanker of the flanker. If I'm thinking only to La Vie est Belle from Lancôme, I think you can open, literally, you can open just one boutique with only La Vie est Belle items. And here I can include also Black Opium, who really had a very big success. But come on, there are so many flankers. I'm not even able, when I'm entering a perfumery shop, to smell at least 4 variants, 4 flankers. There are too many. They're so much similar. I mean, I don't see a flanker as it was before, because if I remember now, let's say this opium, I'm not talking about Black Opium, which is in fact Black Opium is a flanker of opium, and this Black Opium produced a lot of others flanker. I mean, it's the flanker of the flanker. Oh my god. And opium has a few flankers. I remember Belle d'Opium, which was really different and which was really a feminine interpretation of opium. I mean, something who can be more wearable for more feminine personalities, you know. And that was a good flanker. In fact, what I can say about Shalimar Parfum Initial, which was really amazing. That's why probably today Initial, in fact, you can find it like it is, Initial fragrance, not Shalimar Le Parfum Initial, you can find the Just Initial, because he was so successful that he entered the Legendaire series of Guerlain, and you can buy it separately with no connection to Shalimar as pillar brand. Yeah. Another trend that I also notice about these luxury brands. I mean, they ask really too much money for what they offer, and here I can talk about Armani Privé. What about Christian Dior, their line of luxury perfumes, FF Delicieuse, Eau Noire, Eau d'Ispahan, and so on. I think that especially in Dior luxury or niche line, there is really they are overpriced. I mean, they are too expensive for what they offer. I remember smelling Holy Pony. I mean, it's a floral nice. I mean, you feel the bunny there. I mean, you feel the flowers. It's nice. It's wearable. You can wear it. Either you can wear it in the morning, if you are going to the gym, if you are going to the office, to the school, no matter. I mean, it's nothing really like it's Fête Délicieuse. Fête Délicieuse, at least you can say, okay, it's something more luxury. But there are a lot of Dior luxury fragrances who are not worth their price. And unfortunately, I can say this also for Tom Ford, which I think they are moving a lot of perfumes in their private collection series instead of signature. I mean, some perfumes cost 300 400 euro, but in fact they can easily go in the signature line, which is only, I don't know, 100 and something euro, which is more affordable and which would be the right price for them. But somehow this is the market. I regret a lot what is happening now to those niche fragrances who cannot, let's say, evolve in the right way, because consumers are not well enough educated, and also they are money oriented. This money orientation I can understand, because you know, everyone has his own priorities in terms of consumption and shopping. First of all, you have to cover the normal expenses of your, you know, survival. You have to pay first to eat, electricity, and so on. I'm not talking about electricity because it's a very sensitive subject all around Europe. And when you arrive at the moment to buy perfume, sometimes it's really difficult. Me personally, I appreciate dupes, and I appreciate these fragrances who are somehow similar with very big perfumes, and I don't think they affect the, let's say, the original brand. I can give you my example. I like very much some perfumes from Tom Ford or from Xerjoff, or even from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. But honestly, I cannot afford to buy all these 300-400 euro bottles. They're too expensive. I mean, if I buy 5 bottles like this, I cannot eat for 2 months. Which will be really a problem in my case. So in that particular case, I prefer to buy dupes. Of course, I buy from legal sources. They are brands who are doing only dupes. We have in Romania an online perfumery called parfumat.ro, and they are selling Lorina, they are selling Gloria perfumes, Alhambra, and now also another very big dupes producer, and they are all legal. They are respecting everything. They are not claiming to be what they are not. I mean, they are not saying, they are not writing on their bottles, we are Chanel or we are Xerjoff. No, they are saying, okay, we are Lorina, we are selling this perfume who is similar with this well-known perfume, and that's all. And me personally, I bought some perfumes, and I also have a collaboration with them, and they are sending me from time to time fragrance of their range, and some of them I like them very much, some of them I don't like, and I'm saying this very, very open. I used in the latest year a lot of readings. I mean, additionally to my fragrance collection, I started to buy books. Those are the most recent one that I bought, because I have many books about perfumery, and I intend to buy more. This is the big book of perfume, edited by Jean Doré, and this is L'Écrivain d'Odeur. It's a book written by Jean-Claude Helena, the famous maître parfumeur, who was working a lot of time for Hermès. Yes, and together with other books, I'm looking there because this is the corner. This is my book corner, and this the fragrance book corner. And reading about fragrances, in fact, you discover a lot of things, and you acknowledge that being a perfumer is not that simple that you believe. What can I say? Someone told me, you know, we don't need, in fact, perfumes. We can easily live our lives without perfumes. Absolutely, I agree. We can live also without creams. We can live also without technology. We can live without a lot of things. But fragrance is part of our daily life. I mean, just try to imagine that you wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom to wash your hands, to wash your face, to brush your teeth, to put some deodorant and so on, and you have no smell, in fact. Or you have that, you see that basic smell of the cosmetics. In fact, I was in a skincare laboratory and I smell exactly the ingredients without any fragrance added. Oh, they were horrible, some of them. I mean, I was saying to that lady who has the laboratory, if that facial cream will come like this in this small pot jar without any fragrance added, ooh, I would think that it is expired, or it is something wrong with this cream. So fragrance is part of our lives. We have our nose, our receptors for these small molecules who are bringing us the smell are related, you know, to the brain. And next to the center, this olfactive nervous center, it's another very important center, that one of the memories. And that's why, in fact, our smell, it's related to memories. And it's not only for nice memories. Oh, I remember the smell of the roses who were given me by my lover and so on. No, they're also very, let's say, vital. I mean, we feel by our smell when it's something wrong. I mean, we feel the smoke and we know that it's a fire somewhere, and we are in panic and we react, and we save our lives only through the smells. Also, imagine those one who has a gas installation in their home. If, oh my God, if something is happening with this installation, we feel it, you know. And a lot of things we are attached to the smell. Imagine that our babies, in fact, when you are a baby, you are very attached to your mother through the smell. I mean, it's a very important connection that we all the human have, and not only human. A lot of animals have this connection and this let's say it's a survival tool. In fact, this smell, in fact, it seems that the smell is supporting a lot and is determining a lot of our acts in our lives, and we don't even know. It seems that also in terms of love, because we are now in February and we will celebrate soon Valentine's Day, and in Romania we have another love celebration, it's Dragobete, which is a Romanian Romanian event for love and so on, and Romanian character, in fact. Yeah. And in fact, it seems that through the smell we can notice, I mean, our body is somehow attracted to somebody else. You know, that chemistry we are all talking about. In fact, it's based on this smell, and we feel the smell of the other people, and that's why it seems we are attracted to some person and we are not attracted by other person. Even I think you live this. I mean, you see a very, imagine I am a woman, yes, and I see a very, very attractive man, and somehow I start to talk with him and so on, but I feel no chemistry. I feel no attraction, even if my eyes, my brain is saying, look, but it's so nice, he's all so polite, and you don't feel nothing. And suddenly another man is appearing, not so nice appearing, not so intelligent, but you feel such an attraction, then the chemistry, and you are asking inside of you, what the hell, I'm crazy, why I'm attracted to this guy, I don't like. Okay, so, but I feel so attractive. It's because of the smell. So that's why smell and fragrance are so important in our life. So for conclude this this video, first of all, I want to thank again to all these persons who are coming with contribution with this video. I thank them very, very much. Secondly, I kindly invite you to follow my channel and to see this playlist, because I have a playlist with English video, and I promise you this list will grow. Yes, this year I have big plans for YouTube. I kindly invite you also to support me if you like what I'm doing on Patreon, or clicking join, the join button on these video channels. If you want to use also my affiliation link in the description down below, I'll be also very grateful to you. And of course, I thanks again to all the people who watched this video, also to the haters. Don't worry. If you notice the big mistakes in my English, I'm not upset if you are leaving here comments with nice criticism to me, saying that, look, Anna, don't say like this, but say like this, and I appreciate this a lot. So thanks a lot to you, and do not forget, fragrance is part of our life.